What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another sneaker review, and today we're taking a look at one of the hottest Air Jordan 1s for the summer. We got the Air Jordan 1 High Light Fusion Red. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're already subscribed, welcome back. Happy to have you here. Today we have a look at one of the best quality Air Jordan 1 highs I've seen in quite some time. So let me just take these out of the box, and actually let's quickly talk about the box real quick. The details that are on it: black and red Nike Air Jordan box that we're always used to seeing. The color code is light fusion red, black, and white, and the retail price for this shoe was $170 US or 230 Canadian. Now, these sold quickly. Like, these were online for, you know, Foot Apps, Nike website, all that good stuff. They sold out pretty quick, but the surprising thing for this shoe, let me just actually take it out of the box right now. The surprising thing for the Jordan 1 High Light Fusion Red is that there's no resale value for it. They're actually going for $5 below retail on StockX. So that's crazy to me to see a Jordan 1 sell out and then still being sold for under retail on places like StockX. So if you guys want these sneakers, I'll leave them linked down below to places like eBay, and the resale prices right now are probably the lowest they're ever going to be. I don't see this as a shoe that's going to resell below retail for that much longer. But yeah, we'll talk about my resale predictions for the shoe later into the video. But if you're getting these shoes for retail, you are not going to be disappointed. Like, if you genuinely like this shoe, you like the colorway, the quality of leather that they use is fantastic. So my first impression of the shoe was I was blown away. I took the shoe out of the box, that leather hit me, and then I was like, what? The quality of leather, the quality of the shoe just is really high. I was not expecting this out of a non-OG colorway, first of all, and then for them to go the extra level and make this some of the best leather I've seen on a retro Jordan in a long time, it blew my mind. I'm surprised they don't use this leather more often. Like, if they use this leather on, say, the Shadow 2.0s, a lot of people would love the shoe a whole bunch more. So for this shoe, you're really just paying for the colorway. You're not really paying for the high quality materials, because they really lack high quality materials. So if they just put the materials of this onto this, oh, just imagine what the prices for these would be like. But that shows you that the quality of the shoe isn't everything. People want a really good colorway, and to a lot of people, this is going to be a really hard colorway to wear. I'm actually don't know if I'm going to keep these in my collection. I paid above retail. I paid resale weeks ago to get these early, and I'm getting the review out now, so I kind of feel a little bit dumb. But yeah, it tells you that the quality of the shoe for the leather is not going to dictate the price. The colorway has a very strong factor into it, of course. So let's take a closer look at the white leather panels on the shoe. Starting off with the toe box, it has this premium white leather with some subtle like tumbling to it. It isn't very strong in terms of the texture. And then you also have that white leather on the side panel of the shoe as well, which also has like the slight texture to it. It's not completely smooth. Some areas are, and I think it's just because of how high quality the leather is. Like, if you were to push it, you can just feel like these are going to crease, but they're going to crease in a way that looks good. Compare this to like the Jordan 1 Mid. The cheap leather quality or faux leather they use on those shoes makes the creasing look really bad. When you crease these up, it's genuinely going to still look really good. With that said, let's take a look at the yellow hits of the shoe. You have that yellow Nike swoosh along with that yellow hit of leather on the back collar right here, right underneath the sock liner, and then you also have it a little bit in the window area here that's between the white leather and the pink. One thing to note about this shoe is that depending on the photo, it can actually look really red. Like, I posted photos on Instagram earlier today, and it almost kind of looks red. I mean, the color code is light fusion red, but when you actually get these in hand, if you see these in person, it is very much a pink. Like, it's as pink as it honestly gets, in my opinion, besides like a hot pink or something like we've seen on some women's Air Jordan. So yeah, I've heard people were like, I'm just gonna paint the gold or the yellow, I'm gonna paint that black and make these the Chicago. No, dude, you're gonna have to paint the pink as well, because it's very much a shade of pink, not really red at all. That's like a major reason why this shoe doesn't have crazy high resale value, that it's not super sought after, because it's a pink shoe. And first of all, a lot of guys just don't wear pink like that, and when you wear Jordan 1s, typically people buy a shoe that they want to, you know, wear a lot, so you have to have like a lot of pink to match these. With that said, it would go with my fit today because it has like yellow and pink on this shirt, so it could go for a really fun summer fit. But yeah, yeah, I just really don't have enough pink in my wardrobe to make it worth keeping these in my collection. So I'm going to be selling these. Don't know how much for, but I'll probably take a loss. Next up, let's take a look at the Nike Air on the tongue. This is where we have a really cool thing they've done. It has like this gradient look, like a sunset kind of look with the yellow, which slowly fades into this pink, and it looks amazing. I'm a huge fan of it. I hope they do this again in the future for some other colorways. Besides that, you have this white tongue going down the center of the shoe with white shoelaces. Now, these do come with white laces when you buy them, and they're not going to be laced up. You have to lace them up yourself, but they do come with 3 sets, not 2, not 1 extra set. 3 sets of extra laces. They have a pink that matches the upper of the shoe. They have a black which matches the small accents of the black on the shoe, and then they have this yellow. So looking forward to see how people rock these, what color laces they'll use. And I'm sure if you don't end up using these other laces on these shoes right here, you'll be able to put these to use on some other pairs of ones. And I gotta say, as I just continue to review this shoe, the smell of it, the leather is very, very strong. You can really smell these shoes when they're up close to your face. Next up, taking a look at the pink leather material on the shoe. You have it wrapping around the toe box, and it is also kind of like a smooth leather. There really isn't too much texture to it, which is nice. They really went for like a smooth leather base for this shoe with very faint tumbling. So we have the pink leather on the toe box area that wraps around to the eyelets, and then on the very back panel and booty as well. Now these will, like, you can start to see this crease a little bit, and that's what's kind of making this tumbled looking effect on some of the shoe. And I gotta say, I don't mind it at all. Like, this is a shoe that's made to be worn. Jordan 1s are like the bread and butter of daily beater shoes. Like, I love Jordan 1s so much. It's a shame I just don't have enough to rock with this. So I'm more of like a bread royal kind of guy, you know. I'm more of like an OG. But if you guys like this pink, this yellow, this white on a Jordan 1, this is like color combo we're not really used to seeing, so it's quite unique. I know it's going to speak to a much more niche sneakerhead out there, but it's a really good shoe. Like, overall, there's really no complaints I have about the shoe, other than me not being able to rock it as much as other Jordan 1s just because of the colorway that it is. Now, on top of the pink leather on the side, you have that Air Jordan Wings logo debossed into the leather. When the light hits it, it does pop out just a little bit because it's so glossy. And then you also have that black sock liner as well, which will do a great job at hiding all that dirt and grime that builds up over the summer months on your other shoes that probably have a white sock liner. Taking a look at the midsole, typically a lot of Jordan 1s use a sail or like a creamier white midsole. These go for a pure white, so it matches the white leather upper on the shoe. And then you of course have that black outsole as well, which matches the Wings logo on the side and that black sock liner. In terms of sizing, I would recommend going your true size. Whatever you typically get in your other pairs of Jordans, these fit true to size. Now, if you have a wider foot, going up half a size is very common to do so in Air Jordan 1. Now, in terms of comfort, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give these a solid 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Maybe a 7. Jordan 1s aren't known to have like the best comfort. They're still good enough to be a daily beater shoe, or a shoe that you wear on a regular basis. They're not going to make your feet ache. But with that said, if you want to upgrade the comfort, you can easily throw in an insole from a running shoe, and it is a quick, easy upgrade. Typically, I'm a guy who likes to wear Air Jordan 1 lows over the summer months just because of how hot it gets. I feel like a Jordan 1 high silhouette like this does make my ankles and my feet a little sweatier faster. It heats up a little bit more just because of how hot it is naturally. So I prefer to have more of a breathable low top Jordan 1 or an Air Force 1 low on my feet during the summer. But if you're in a place that has a lot of air conditioning, or maybe you just can get away with wearing the high top, then just know that yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, in terms of resale predictions for this shoe, I think this is going to be a shoe that will climb slowly. It's going to take some time, because right now, around the release date, this is the release weekend, these are going for basically retail or just a little bit above retail. So that's not very exciting for a lot of resellers. You know, a Jordan 1 typically should have quite high resale value out the gate. But you know, we've seen this kind of case before in the past with like the pine green ones. The pine greens were actually sitting in a lot of places, had no resale value for months, and now they go for a lot more than retail. So I feel like this is a shoe you're going to want to hold for at least a year. With that said, I'll leave links to cop these in the description down below, so check those out and see if you can cop them for close to retail in your size. I would love to hear your thoughts about these in the comment section down below. So comment down below and I'll chop it up with you guys down there. With that said, I recently reviewed the Air Jordan 1 Mid Crimson Tint on my second channel, Sneaker Talk 365, and we have a lot more reviews coming out this week, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We have so many shoes and a lot of sneaker news on the way as well. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you soon.